Hello, my name is Bill Campbell, and I'm a professor of exercise science and a researcher in the exercise and nutrition profession. Today, I want to talk to you about the process of conducting clinical research in the healthcare sector, as well as outline some of the research activities of Myos Corp. Some private sector companies will fund studies that investigate their own proprietary products. Now, justifiably, some people will be concerned about this and it will raise a red flag. What I want to do is give you some other areas to consider as you form opinions on research that is funded by the private sector companies that's doing research on their own products. The first consideration is to ask who designed the study. Did the researcher themselves design the study, or did the company that funded the research design the study? It's always better if the researcher designed the study because they can design a study in such a way that it would minimize bias. The second question is who owns the rights to the data? There's two options here. Either the company themselves will own the rights to the data, or the researcher and the university that they work for will own the data. The problem when the company owns the rights to the data is if the research study does not come out favorably, the company can choose, because they own the data, they own the rights to that data, they can choose to never publish that study. Whereas if the researcher and university own the data, they can publish whatever data they want in any journal that they want. So there's no restrictions on what they can do with that data. Something else that I like to look at as I'm forming my opinions on either products or devices or ingredients is I like to ask if multiple researchers from different universities have conducted research on a particular product or ingredient. And I like when that's the case, I like that because you have independent researchers doing their own independent studies and then publishing those results in academic journals. Now, in terms of academic journals, there's a process there as well. Once a study is over, a researcher will submit their study to a journal. And typically the first step is that an editor-in-chief will review the study, and then if it passes that test, they will send it out to 2, sometimes even 3 peer reviewers. The peer reviewer's job is to critically analyze the study, ask the researcher some questions, and make sure that the conclusions about the study are validated by the results that were reported in that study. So if a study gets published in an academic journal, the public can feel pretty good about the process that got it there. In terms of Myos Corp, they have worked with multiple academic institutions, such as the University of California, Berkeley. They have worked with McMaster University, Rutgers University, the University of Florida, and Kansas State University, all on investigating their proprietary ingredient, fortitropin. Some of the journals that these researchers have published this data in include the Journal of the American College of Nutrition, the Journal of Gerontology, PLOS One, and the Canadian Veterinary Journal.